Maybe a bit of a sponge type material on the top of his shoulder
he
there.
had that last week as well.
This is Glenn Lovett for Melbourne. Hand passing towards centre half forward. Brett Lovett got enough time to recover. Back to Glenn. Tackle ineffective by Smith, but good by Liberatore. Ball spills for Garry Lyon. Spins out of trouble and kicks the first goal of the game. Absolutely magnificent football by the Melbourne captain Garry Lyon to kick his first and Melbourne's first goal.
Yes, what a player, Garry Lyon. Here we see a couple of attempted tackles. Libba did his best there to smother that kick there from Glenn Lovett. I didn't think it was a great effort there from Hunter in the tackling department. He really allowed Garry Lyon to brush past him fairly easily.
Well, I suppose there's a bit of logic behind that, but only for Footscray. Shocking kick by Steins. Gatherers by Tingay. Tingay with his fourth possession, kicks to full forward. Great mark. A sign of a really good player. That mark taken by Garry Lyon. 40 metres out, perhaps a little closer, and pretty well straight in front.
Well, there's no doubt about that. He is a wonderful player, Garry Lyon, the Melbourne captain. 192 centimetres. And Steve Prediuk, 183.
Will get the distance easily. And no problems with the accuracy. Second goal to Melbourne. They are, the Demons. Footscray are 1-4, and of course Garry Lyon has kicked both of Melbourne's goals.
Well, Steve Prediuk had to endure a shocking first quarter last week with Gary Ablett kicking 5 goals in that term. Already he's got his problems with the leading and manoeuvrability of the Melbourne skipper, who is a wonderful focal point.
Osborne in front, couldn't quite take the mark. Tingay keeps his footing and is rewarded. The little pass, I think it was meant for Viney. Viney has marked it left half forward. He's been called to play on. Goes back onto the left foot. The pass is good. And Lyon, causing the Bulldogs plenty of problems, has marked within scoring distance and an opportunity to kick his third.
Yeah, well, poor old Steve Prediuk, he's had a couple of horror first quarters to endure. He came through it pretty well last week. This man filling in admirably for the loss of Alan Jakovic.
Garry Lyon, again, you would think he could kick the distance, and he's got the perfect score, 3 for 3. Three goals to Garry Lyon. Melbourne lead 20 points to 10.
He has got a magnificent kicking action too, Garry Lyon. 69 goals now for the season. The same as Chris Grant at the other end of the ground. He's also kicked 69. And look at this. Well, not a worry in the world. Kicked right through the ball. He looked very relaxed. Didn't put any extra pressure on himself. Just kicked it naturally.
Winner earns a trip across the Nullarbor. Michael Malthouse is here today with cohorts Tim Jess as Lovett sends them down towards Lyon again.
Well, that's a beautiful kick from Glenn Lovett. He didn't go for too much. He just placed it out in front, allowed Garry Lyon to run onto it.
I mentioned Tim Jepp here and also Stephen Nash with Malthouse looking at these two sides. At the moment they'll be having a close look at the Demons, and in particular Garry Lyon. There's number 4 for Lyon. And there is the West Australian and West Coast Eagles contingent. They'd be impressed, Bernie.
There's 4 goals straight now to Garry Lyon. He's making the most of the opportunities, something Footscray didn't do early in the match when they had the ascendancy. But not much Steve Prediuk could do once Garry Lyon had made the lead, which is of course the forward's advantage, getting that couple of minutes. And Steve Prediuk is on Martin Pike.
From the throw-in, Irving doing it. Lovett at the back, gets the hand pass away to Todd Viney. Viney spears it into Lyon.
And that'll be 50 metres, thank you, Matthew Croft, and a certain goal to Melbourne.
This will be number 5.
5 goals straight it will be now to Garry Lyon as Footscray takes off Steve Prediuk, who was carved up early by Garry Lyon, and coming on is Brad Nicholson, who spent most of 1993 playing at full-back. There's the replay of that incident, and Matthew Croft very late.
Lyon directly in front. The D's are on fire. 5 goals to Garry Lyon 7-5, plays 1-5.
Well, I don't think it would matter at the moment who was playing full back, because the ball's been delivered perfectly into that forward line. Garry Lyon leading beautifully. And here it is again. Lyon on the lead, takes the mark. Croft very late. And giving away a 50-metre free penalty there, assuring Melbourne and Garry Lyon of his 5th goal, Melbourne's 7th.
Well, Melbourne lead 7-5 to 2-7. Footscray kicked their 2nd goal about halfway through this quarter. Now they need to really stand up here. Dyson kicks to the front of the goals. Lyon again. Well, it's what Footscray really didn't need. Keenan Reynolds not happy. Not much you can do about it, Keenan. The ball is with Garry Lyon.
And this is the difference. When the ball gets into the Melbourne forward line, Robbo, you can almost certainly put down a goal if Garry Lyon's got hold of that ball. Here's the mark again.
He's a good kick, isn't he? You mentioned that, I think, in the first term, that his kicking action is
very relaxed.
Quite exquisite.
Right through the ball.
Well, let's not build him up too much, because he's got to finish it off, and it's hit the post, I think, isn't it? No, it's a goal. Well, he must have just squeezed that through for his 6th goal, and Melbourne answer that Footscray goal very quickly. They lead 8-5 to 2-7.
Well, that is a difference, isn't it? Into the Melbourne forward line, they've got a player of the calibre of Garry Lyon to take those marks. He's had plenty of room to work in also, Garry Lyon. He's had the room to manoeuvre, the room to lead into. That was probably his worst kick out of his 6, but through the middle anyway.
Make it even more. But what a first half it's been for the man in your picture, Garry Lyon. He's kicked 6 goals, 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and has been off target a couple of times. He's kicked 6 goals too for the half.
10-7 play, 7-7. Melbourne lead again by 3 goals, and they go surging forward. They're answering with effectiveness and use of the football. It's with Garry Lyon once again.
Well, they've got Steve Predial back on Garry Lyon. I think maybe I would have left Nicholson with that task in this second half.
Garry Lyon from about 50 metres. Oh, what a kick. What a magnificent kick by Lyon. It's his 7th goal.
Gee, it's a big effort. Big effort.
If you had to rely on any man to win a game for you with a kick after the siren, apart from Billy Brownless, I would have this man, Garry Lyon, the Melbourne skipper, because this is a magnificent kicking action, totally relaxed, kicks right through the ball and split the middle.
And a 60-metre kick there for goal by Garry Lyon.
Was also unattended, and he takes the mark and he spears it in towards half forward, and pinpoint accuracy finding Lovett. Glenn Lovett. Inside 50, out comes the charging Schwartz. That is mark number 8. To the pocket, this is holding on. It's going the way of Melbourne.
Well, they must make that move, get Predial off Lyon. Put Nicholson on him.
Garry Lyon for goal number 8.
Footscray making a change too, with Matthew Croft limping off the ground and Anthony Darcy about to come on.
There's
that holding decision, very well. I don't think it even impeded him, did it? Not at all.
Pretty ordinary free kick.
They're making a change. Footscray as Garry Lyon shoots for number 8 and gets it. Well, we talk about mighty finals performances the way Garry Lyon's going. We're going to be talking about this one for quite a while, Bernie.
Yeah, well, he's been magnificent as we see this free kick again in replay. Had the break. It certainly didn't impede him in any way whatsoever, but he threw the arms out there just to make sure that the umpire saw it in that attempted spoil there, Keenan Reynolds.
So he's copping plenty, David Schwartz, but he's got all the answers. What an attack with he and an informed skipper up forward. Speak of the devil. This will be for number 9. And I think we're going to be heading for the record books the way he's kicking for goal. Well, he elects to go short into the pocket, and that was really untidy.
It's the first time he's let himself down today, Garry Lyon.
He and Schwartz attempting to combine again. What did you think, Bert?
I thought the tackle was pretty good.
Oh, Reynolds has come undone, maybe. Lovett applies a tackle. They've still got possession. Phoebe, this is Matthew Phoebe, floating kick to Lyon, and he marks directly in front, 25 metres out.
Leon Cameron, a crucial error there with that pass to Keenan Reynolds. You go for that short stuff, the kicks and the skill has to be spot on. He's had a very poor afternoon, Leon Cameron. And there's the mark again to Garry Lyon. As the big fella Dean Irving comes off to be replaced by Jimmy Steins. And Garry Lyon lining up now for goal number 9.
Kicking from 30 metres. Directly in front. He floats it through. Well, this is extraordinary, Bernie. He's kicked 3 in each quarter.
Yeah, what a champion, the Melbourne skipper there, Garry Lyon. Here we see the little mistake there. It really had to be spot on. He gave the ball to a slow player. No pace there, Keenan Reynolds, to break clear. And clever centering kick there by Matthew Phoebe. Garry Lyon just threatening now. The best is 12. Kicked by Norm Smith against Footscray.
86 plays 49. Oh, Schwartz, look at that! That was magic! Lyon couldn't quite finish it off with a mark, but he's got the free kick. And what about the spin by David Schwartz out of the middle? His teammates are swarming to him and saying, well done on a mighty effort.
I'm calling him Rudolph after that one. Rudolph Nureyev.
Well, this is why. Look at that.
Look at the pirouette there.
Nureyev couldn't do that.
Magnificent. He did that last week, the blind turn. It's become a part of his game, a major part.
Lyon for number 10. From 40 metres, he starts it right in this crowd.
Well, Sandy, if I have been doing a bit of rustling while you've given the vocal cords a bit of a workout.
Just look at this,
David Schwartz, a terrific performance by this young player. But Garry Lyon has a goal-scoring achievement of 11 to better this first semi-final individual goal-scoring record, which is held by Harry Soapy Valance from Carlton.
Well, they've got it in attack once again. Obst, floating kick, finds Lovett inside 50. Brett Lovett kicked a goal earlier in the quarter. Garry Lyon just points to the goal and says, don't worry about us. But he does. He chips into the pocket and he's found him again.
Well, Southern's now at full back picking up Garry Lyon. Stu Credit on the bench. And the man that I would have been playing on him, Brad Nicholson, is picking up Martin Pike.
So Soapy Valance booted 11.
In 1931, 8 goals to Collins of Carlton, Toomey of Collingwood and Wade of Geelong.
Here's number 10 if he's accurate. And he is! Oh, this is some finals feat by Garry Lyon.
Yeah, what a performance by Garry Lyon. He is a champion playing at full forward for the Melbourne side. Now 76 goals for the season. And there it is, the lead and the pass. Perfect. It could have gone to either Lyon or Schwartz.
Well, they made a mess of this after Footscray.
Garry Lyon booted 10. Here he is with curls.
Thanks, Sandy. Well, Gary, that was a great team performance by your boys today.
Yeah, it was, mate. It's a nice feeling to put one. I mean, all the boys seem to play well and it all clicks, and they've got a bit of time to do it, and it's the final day.
And the ball came in nicely to you.
Yeah, we wouldn't mind it coming like that every day. Full credit to the boys, they delivered it very well.
And your defence today was very tight back there.
I just reckon the all-round performance was terrific. You know, we didn't get much away there. The boys in the middle got it well, and we managed to kick a few. So
we got a big one next week, Perth or West Coast in Perth.
Yeah, well, you know, if you want to be a part of it, you got to win over there. So we'll get over there and have a crack at it.
Congratulations on your own individual game. Great performance. Go and cheer the boys. Back to you, Sandy.